Hello, beautiful. Welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I will give you clear insight on how does he view you right now. And I will share with you the energy that comes through and not leave anything out. Take one moment to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. That is how you can help to support. If you would like a personal reading, visit my website at claritybay.com. Let's get into your reading. Meditate here on the three cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. And this would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful number 1. Welcome to your reading. How does he view you right now? I will share with you all of the energy that comes through and not leave anything out. Take one moment to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. That is how you can help to support. If you would like a personal reading, visit my website at claritybay.com. Let's get straight into your reading. I see here your energy. You're naturally drawn here to the warrior card. And with the warrior card, he views you as being very strong, able to take care of yourself, very resilient. He sees you as being very reliable. He views you as someone that is dependable, someone that would have his back in the time of need. He also feels like you are grounded, like you're very down to earth. So we have the earth zodiac signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, seen in the top placements of the birth chart. The sun, moon, or rising signs, 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. He also views you as someone that he cannot walk over you. You have been there, done that. You have experienced, in a way of relationships, the connection with other people. You have boundaries in place when it comes to this relationship connection, and you are not about to let down your defenses. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. How does he view you now? How does he view you now? You have here the Ace of Wands. And with the Ace of Wands energy showing up, let me just point out, he feels like you are temperamental right now with your mood. He feels like sometimes you're warm-hearted, and then sometimes you're closed and you're closed off as well. He also feels like there's something very spontaneous about you when it comes to your actions, especially when it comes to your creativity, your job, and your career. The Ace of Wands energy represents the fire zodiac sign. That wand energy is Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, seen in the top placements of his birth chart or your birth chart. Also here he can see you as someone that's able to start again, to start from scratch, to rebuild from the bottom up, that nothing can hold you down and no one can stop you. And let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view you now? And you have here, on your own terms. I love this for you because right now he's saying how stubborn you are, because he cannot convince you to do something that he wants you to do. It's definitely going to be on your own terms. It's like that saying, she waited a real long time to be saved until one day she decided to save herself. And it was a good day. And that's you right now. Very strong here. Got your boundaries in place. And you are persistent and consistent with your boundaries as it does relate to this relationship. Thank you, Spirit. I love the confirmation just showing up in just the 3 cards here. So it looks like this reading is definitely going to be one with great insight of how he views you now. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view you now? Woo, magic stream. So with the magic stream, he knows that you're sensitive right now, especially when it comes to relationships. You're not sure if, you want this relationship to continue. You're not sure if you even want to be in a relationship. And the magic stream energy, that is that water energy, the emotions. Yes. You're like, now you're like, you are just going with the flow. You're not going to force him to connect with you, force anyone to be with you, and you're just really going to take your time. And again, do things on your own terms. And that magic stream energy, water zodiac energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. He feels like you're hiding something from him. He feels like maybe you could be hiding the fact that, he is not the one for you, or you don't really like him the way he thinks you like him. Because this guy's kind of full of himself. He feels like you really are so into him so much, but you really aren't. You're actually over it. You're over it, trying to make this connection work. And let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you right now? How does he view you? And you have the hero. And with the hero, he knows, you're very passionate about, your journey and for personal empowerment. You're about that life right now, that glow up, really focusing on your goals as shown up here with the Ace of Wands, really figuring out new ways to be creative. You just have this urgency to tap into that greater version of yourself. Creativity, self-love, self-expression, and self-fulfillment. And he's worried that you won't have time for him now because you are too busy filling your cup up. And that's something that bothers him. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like this guy, he has has this sense of like escapism and a false sense of like heroism. Like he's the one that can save you. He's the one that can come to your rescue. And you're like, boy, please. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. That's how you see it. Thank you, Spirit. How does he view you right now? This guy, he has a big ego. He's living out of fear as well. And it's because he really doesn't understand a greater version of himself. He hasn't tapped into that yet, which is why there is a discord in the frequency here in this relationship. And you have here the Seven of Swords. Look at that sword energy showing up about, his intellect, what he's thinking. And that sword energy represents communication. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini here. He views you as being like very, you're just going to move forward. You're going to collaborate with people that really, have the same outlook, that really have like the same ideals that you have. You don't need him to communicate with. He feels like you have other people to communicate with anyway. And specifically here with the Seven of Swords energy, this is about a theft in a relationship, a betrayal. Something took place. He views you as really, wanting to hold him accountable for his dishonest behavior. And you really want to run away from this relationship. He sees you in that way. Not wanting to hang on, not wanting to make it work. Because you have raised your standards. You know your value. You know your worth. You know that you deserve somebody to communicate with, somebody that's loyal, somebody that's understanding as well. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you right now? And you have here the Honorable Warrior. Now look at the Honorable Warrior card showing up. And what is your first card here chosen? The Warrior, of course. And you have here the Honorable Warrior, Mars, taking action. Mars is the planet of aggression. Mars rules over Aries. that fiery, passionate, temperamental Aries energy. So right now he sees you as being very brave, very courageous, and having like this aggressive nature about yourself where you're like, hey, either you're going to support me or get out of my way. And that's how you feel. And it's really about a positive change for you. It's really about you taking a stand for a positive change. I love how Mars, the honorable warrior planet, showed up with you, warrior here and warrior here. Your reading is extremely accurate. Let me just point that out for a moment. I love when a spirit does show that the energy is a correlative and that this is telling a story about his view so that you can have more understanding and what role to take, how to deal with this person. Yeah, he sees you as being very passionate, bold, hard working, and sometimes territorial, meaning that if he's yours, he's supposed to be loyal to you, especially if you are loyal to him. He feels like, there's competition in the air with another male figure. There's competition. But he does see you as like being very loyal, very disciplined, action driven. These are characteristics of the planet Mars. Thank you, Spirit. I love this showing up for you because Spirit gave us this insight earlier on in the reading. And so this just really makes your reading intriguing and extremely accurate. Wow. So beautiful, number one. This does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments and they definitely warm my heart and they make my day. And I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful number two. Welcome to your reading. How does he view you right now? I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Take one moment to click that like and subscribe to the channel. That is how you can help to support. If you would like a personal reading, visit my website at claritybay.com. Let's get straight into your reading. I see your energy. You're naturally drawn here to the siren. And so what I am picking up from his energy on how he views you, he views you as someone that is like no longer staying quiet, no longer staying silent. You're viewed now as someone that is going to take a bold stand for what you believe in, for your values and your morals, and you're going to let him know politely. And if he doesn't understand it in a polite way, then you will further address the issue in a way that he does understand. Even if you have to get a little dramatic, which you don't like to do that, but that is how he views you. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you right now? How does he view you? And you have here, the damselfly brings direction. And so with the damselfly brings direction, see, he sees you as someone that's been through these type of, challenges before with the relationship. You've dealt with things that were unsettling, especially in this connection. And because you had to deal with that, and so now, you can see clearer now because the rain is gone. You've learned your lessons. There is nothing that he can say to you in order to persuade you to see things to see things other than the way that they are. You know what's happening with him. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And he's afraid of that. He's afraid that now, your third eye is open. And you can tell whether or not he's being shady. Is he fair? Is he honest? Is he lying? You can pick that up immediately. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And that makes him very nervous. And you have here the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands energy, see, you have high honors. You have raised your standards. You have wisdom now over who he is. You couldn't see before because love, so-called love, had you blinded. But you have raised your standards based on the challenges that you had to deal with in this relationship connection. So you're motivated now. You're motivated to move forward, to do better for yourself. And here also with the King of Wands energy, he sees you as being like very bold, you know. You have this power exuding, self-confidence, you know, and he knows that you have this charm about you as well. So he fears the competition from other males because you are naturally divine feminine energy and very charming. And so you don't have a problem getting a man at all. Your thing is you prefer quality over quantity. Let's get more insight. So he knows you are not cheap, not even when it comes to picking the right person, because you feel like you've given so much of your time before when it came to this relationship that you are not about to expend that much time and energy with anyone else. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, child divine. He views you as someone that's very innocent, you know, has this purity of heart, redemption, you know. And this energy suggests that you have a special connection with the divine. He kind of operates off of like impulse. If it's like a negative expression or a negative whim or communicating with somebody, he immediately reacts instead of responding. And that's something that causes, you know, a lot of the like, those are the differences between you two. Whereas you're a little bit more mature than he is when it comes to relating your feelings. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view you? Ooh, encouragement. So with encouragement, he knows that he can rely on you. You're reliable, you're trustworthy, you're loyal. You want the best for this relationship. You want the best for him. You want things to work out. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to take up too much more of your time with servicing him in the way that he sees fit. You encourage him as well. You actually give him a lot of inspiration to do better because of the way and that you move with your life, with the things that you want, you know, your goals, completing your goals. You make him want to be a better person. Let's get more insight. And how does he view you now? And you have here the Six of Cups. So this is about his feelings, his emotions. He is in his feelings over this relationship connection. The cup energy does rule over the emotions, and the water zodiac signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces are in the top placements of the birth chart. In the sun, moon, or rising sign, 7th house of relationship, or even the planet Venus. And here I love how the water energy is cat-a-corner here with the King of Wands. And that wand energy rules over the fiery zodiac signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. But here with the Six of Cups, it's about him viewing you as being innocent. And so this is a nice correlation with child divine. You know, he knows that you are not the reason for the lack of communication in a relationship. You are innocent. And I love how the Six of Cups correlates with the child divine. He wants to connect with you. He wants a reunion with you emotionally. He wants it to be back the way that it was, but better, something stronger, a more stronger connection, because he sees that you have grown a lot stronger lately. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view? Ooh, look at the leader, the sun. The sun rules over Leo. And of course, I love the sun card showing up because it lays here, right here with the King of Wands. And that wand energy, it represents a Leo. Thank you, Spirit. Look, he knows that you lead from the heart. Your heart is how you lead. And so Spirit is encouraging you here too. Tap in and really trust your intuition, because you do lead from the heart and you are brilliant. And he sees you as he views you as having confidence, being very brilliant, very purposeful, and again, courageous, committed to the relationship. You're authentic, very positive and inspiring. And this is the energy that Spirit just gave us earlier. Thank you, Spirit. I do want to point out that your reading is accurate AF. Oh my goodness. Yeah, very passionate energy, empowered. You empower him. You empower yourself. You're a visionary. And he feels like you are a vital part to this relationship connection. The only way that this connection will move forward and grow would be because of you. You're trustworthy. I also want to point out that with the sun ruling over Leo, Leo is the only zodiac sign that the sun rules over, that is ruled by the sun. And so, beautiful number 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. And they definitely warm my heart and they make my day. Click like and subscribe to the channel. That is how you can help to support. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful number 3. Welcome to your reading. How does he view you now? I will share with you all of the energy that comes through and not leave anything out. Take one moment to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. That is how you can help to support. If you would like a personal reading, visit my website at claritybay.com. Let's get straight into your reading. I see your energy and naturally gravitates you here to the hunter. And of course, with the hunter energy, I'm picking up animal instincts with this person. He views you as someone that will never give up. Someone that will, despite your challenges, despite the odds that may be against you, you are a fighter. I also feel like this guy, his moves are very calculated, meaning that he's strategic with his thought patterns and the way that he takes action. So trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust what he's shown you and what he is doing physically. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view you now? And you have here the world. Yeah. Traveling, the hunter, the world. He sees you as someone that very mature. You have learned lessons when it comes to relationships. And no matter what, you are going to complete your goals. He sees you as someone that will be rewarded in life, be very successful. And he may just want to ride on your coattail. So that's why I got that energy of you trusting your intuition. Make sure that if he's asking you for something, that he could do the same thing for you. Thank you, Spirit. He sees you as being complete. You know, when it comes to like your physical appearance and your warm and generous nature. So that's beauty. So he sees you as being physically beautiful inside and out. The planet Venus is here, ruling over Taurus and Libra. Taurus and Libra are in the top placements of the birth chart. The sun, moon, or rising sign, 7th house of relationships, and the planet Venus in his birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation here in the reading. And with the Haunter energy, this is Sagittarius. Traveling as well. Quite intriguing that you have Sagittarius, which rules over travel and adventure, going places, moving forward, moving on, away from him and his, energy. He thinks about that, whether or not this relationship will stand the test of time, whether or not this is a relationship that will last into the future. And you have here the mystic and the asteroid K2. And with the mystic, that's it. See, he sees you as being spiritually wealthy, spiritually sensitive as well. He views you as being unconditional, this transcendent, intuitive, introverted energy you are. I'm very illuminating and artistic, as well as intense and imaginative. He also sees you as being very rebellious, like he cannot tell you what to do. You're going to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? Yeah, he knows that he cannot hold you down. He can't control you. And you have here magic prayer. Ooh, I love the magic prayer showing up because this is a nice confirmation of him knowing that, see, you have this spiritual wealth about you. You are connected to the divine very nicely, and you know you are. You know that you can call on your spirit guides. You're guided, loved, and protected. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? Look at guide showing up. Immediately when Spirit gives us the message that you can call on your spirit guides. I love this for you. I love how the energy shows up confirming. This represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And here, with his shadow energy that did come through, he places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight, knowing that it is wrong to control someone, knowing that it is not right if he borrows finances and does not intend to pay the person back. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? How does he view you? Strength. I love the strength card showing up. Yes, he knows that you are walking with your head high, radiating self-love, self-confidence, self-assurance, self-respect, and unconditional love for who you are. You know your worth, your value, and you are not going to play games with him. And if he moves funny, you are just going to simply move out of his way. Strength. Leo. Significance. In the top placements of the birth chart. The sun, moon, or rising sign, 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. His birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation here in the reading. And let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. And how does he view you now? You are the light. When darkness surrounds you, be the light. Absolutely. The light bearer, the life giver. You would be the one that he would come to in time of need when there's darkness, because you are hope-filled. You are filled with faith. Yes, you do have challenges, but for the most part, you keep your head high, held high, and you know that source is the giver of all. And you know that if you do have faith and you trust in source energy, that all is well and that the universe does conspire in your favor. So see, he knows that you are connected. I love when the darkness surrounds you, be the light. It's here, your final card. And this is what's represented here on the Hunter card. Look how the horse is riding into the light. Thank you, Spirit. He sees you. He views you as the one that can help him, gives him confidence. You are inspiring because of the way that you live your life, the self-confidence that you exude, how you hold yourself at a higher standard, how you are disciplined, how you are faithful. Beautiful number 3, this does conclude your reading. And I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. And if it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments, and they definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.